In this video, I'll be recapping episode 1 of Fighter Diago, Rescuer in Orange. Stick around to find out how through grueling training, a man becomes the greatest firefighter on Earth. As the city of Tokyo burns and collapses in fire, firefighter trucks rush to help where it's needed most. As there's so many fires happening, they can only focus on certain areas at a time, with their resources stretched thin. In a truck's ladder, a firefighter raises to the level of a building for a rescue. The firefighters on the ground worry if the ladder will line up, but soon dismiss it, saying Shun will be able to do it.
Yeah, he'll probably be fine.
Shun, with the building tilting and his ladder shaking, sees in through the smoke of the fire and spots a code 251, standing for survivor located. Making his way in, he grabs the unconscious person and carries him to his ladder's bucket, reassuring the survivor everything will be okay.
He gonna be just fine, baby girl, don't worry about that.
Shun turns around to see another firefighter, Daigo, carrying a woman. Looking closer, he also sees Daigo's shaking, realizing he's at his limit. He tells him to pass the woman and get in, but after handing her over, Daigo runs back into the building. While on the way to the ground, Shun radios into the captain, telling he's got 2 survivors with him, and Daigo's run back in, telling the captain he doesn't think Daigo has enough oxygen left, and requesting them to send in a lifeline. The captain responds and a rope is soon thrown in. Soon after, Daigo is climbing down the rope, bear hugging a person. His colleagues watch in amazement, except for Shun, who, after Daigo gets down, scolds him for not telling what he was doing and simply running back in, asking why didn't he just say he found another person. Daigo, after catching his breath, apologizes, telling he was too busy focusing on his ascent breathing that he didn't get a chance to, which it itself is a breathing technique designed to allow a person to work for as long as possible with a limited air supply. Daigo tells he thought he understood him just fine and was hoping they would send in a lifeline, to which Shun thinks, "Bro, what the hell you mean?" Daigo thanks Shun, telling he's glad he's his partner. Shun thinks to himself, if at this rate Daigo keeps up this reckless behavior, he'll get himself killed someday. The fire company H packs up and is ready to leave, but just before that, Daigo does what he always does for those who are physically unhurt, no matter where they are.
Let me say something.
He lifts up their head just a little bit and smiles, looking into their eyes.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
He may be a hero now, but how did it all start? Next, we're taken to before it all, going back a few years. At Tokyo Fire Department Yanagi Station, singles dormitory. 19-year-old Shun is bummed out that his weekend break is almost over, remembering last time he ironed his clothes 2 times and it still wasn't good enough for a certain someone. He thinks to himself he'll need to do it at least 3 times now, having a really strict training instructor who doesn't accept any tardiness, to become a fire officer. Shun passed the fire officer test, which only has a passing rate of about 5%. After a year working the pump squad, he got a recommendation from his commanding officer, which took care of the necessary requirements to begin immediately taking the test for the rescue corps. Every year, 500 people take the test, but only 50 pass, and he did it his first try. Shun thought he was on a path to glory, but all that changed when meeting the strictness of the Special Rescue Technicians training camp.
Private, you either do 500 push-ups, or I'll push you up my bed 500 times.
Power harassment from superiors and supervisors is taken very seriously in the fire department, but that doesn't apply in Sergeant Yamagami's squad, who's having them all cling between 2 walls for the next 30 minutes, telling they'll have their meeting up here. 2 of his fellow trainees fall down before later Shun follows to join them on the ground, not being able to hold on anymore. Looking up at who's left, Shun feels mad that he lost to Yuki, telling himself it's probably because she's a girl and has less weight. Yuki soon falls, and after Sergeant Yamagami comes closer to who's left, being Daigo, and almost talks about comes closer to who's left, being Daigo, and almost talks to him about something before brushing it off, saying, never mind. Shun, noticing this, wonders what they were talking about before Daigo falls down. At the end of the day, and while about to go home, Shun overhears Daigo speaking with the sergeant, asking him to keep something a secret. And Shun's surprised to realize that the perfect Daigo, who's always been stronger than him, might just have a weakness, making him feel powerful. Afterward, finding Daigo training, he confronts him about it, asking what he's hiding, telling it'd be better if he just spit it out, saying since only about 50 people made it this far, that means they're all friends, so he should tell him. But after finishing his workout, Daigo dismisses the allegations of hiding something and tells Shun they're not friends. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, cause next I'll be recapping an anime called Shy, about a Japanese superhero who just so also happens to be a really shy high school girl who faces and solves her problem of social anxiety, hero work, and self-esteem. Comment your thoughts down below, and once again, this anime's name is Fighter Diago, Rescuer in Orange, and I'll see you in the next one. My name's IWD Recaps. Peace out.